Hello everyone, this is Jessica. I am recording blog 3. So I wanted to start with my scores from the questionnaire. I scored really high in all three, but then my top two were the conceptual and the interpersonal. However, administrative was right behind it. I definitely believe patients have their value, and I like to do my patient care patient-centered instead of task-centered. I find a lot of managers and higher up want more task and documentation to be perfect instead of like actual patient care. So I definitely believe in patient-centered care as a first. The hospital that I work at, I would say it's kind of combined horizontal and vertical, because we have different floors and different units, and every unit has their manager and a clinical coordinator, and then above them we have a director, and then like above the whole hospital we have a CEO. So it's kind of combined. But I would choose, if I was manager, I would choose the horizontal organizational structure, because it does allow all the staff and employees to have somewhat of a voice, and it allows them to it allows their concerns and opinions to get heard better, I feel like. First and foremost, before I was a manager, I would definitely become familiar with the traditional management functions, and I would incorporate them into what my specific unit needs, such as planning, organizing, staffing, directing, coordinating, and controlling. I feel like they are very important for a manager to have very strong skills in all those categories, and then for them to know exactly what the unit needs. So my unit right now, I would focus on staffing as a priority, because we're very short staffed. I'm in the ICU, and they're trying to make us take 3 and 4 patients, and most of our patients are very critical, and most other ICUs they have it limited to. So staffing is a big issue. So just in my unit, we have a new manager that came on board a few months ago, and in the past month we've had 5 nurses quit because of the management style. So I really believe management has a big part in keeping staff and everything. So I would focus on coordinating, the staff's requests for days off, and coordinating staff to patient ratios depending on the staff needs, the patient needs. It's very important that they synergize. We don't want to put 2 very critical patients with the newest nurse, that doesn't have much experience. So it's very important for the manager to coordinate the staff appropriately and to delegate accordingly. I would perform using the teamwork model. I feel like that is the best for nursing staff. Some of the benefits of using that model are increased productivity, improved quality of service, enhanced work environment, decreased cost, decreased turnover of employees, because the employees feel like they have a say in what goes on, and they really feel like their opinions matter, and that really is important. Also, it can increase the motivation of the staff. Whenever they feel like they're part of a team, they might be more eager to get involved and to get motivated. I really believe becoming a successful leader involves having the credibility, making sure that you're gaining interpersonal relationships with other coworkers, other departments, with your staff, with the patients, the families. It's very important to make sure you're building that strong network. And also persuasion. You want your staff to feel like your point of view is appropriate. So it is important that a manager is able to convince others that their point of view is appropriate and what they recommend is for the best for the staff and the patients. It's also important for managers to become members of the hospital committees and organizations, just so they can show everyone, that they're getting involved. They are becoming members of these committees. That's going to get that specific unit's voice out there and to make appropriate changes as needed. So I really do believe that is important, and good communication is definitely key. It is very important for someone to know how to communicate with someone. Yes, delegate and tell people that they're doing something wrong if they are, but do it in an appropriate manner. You make sure you have good communication. I really believe teamwork allows all staff involved, all staff to become involved in the decision-making process, and it's important to have open communication. So I would definitely perform as a democratic leader. I would inform the staff of what all entails in the management position, like budgets, coordination, staffing needs, just so that they're aware of the situation that you're in, so they feel more involved as well. The management that I have right now is not so much like that. She would almost say she's a laissez-faire. She's hardly ever around. We call her, send her emails, and no response. But we do have other people that we can go to. But I definitely believe that it is important to use your chain of command. If you have a concern, bring it to the charge nurse, and then to the clinical coordinator, and then to the manager. It is important to use that chain of command. It is there for a reason, so that way the higher management's not getting all kinds of crazy concerns and complaints. The article that I chose is teamwork is key to building a transdisciplinary model of care, and I am a big believer in teamwork, so that's why I chose this article. But this particular article focused on constructing a functional restoration program for clients with chronic musculoskeletal pain. And I chose this one because we do have a lot of patients, that do have chronic pain, and it is important to find that happy medium with those patients. So 3 major themes that are involved in building a successful team, according to the article, are the population, like your clients, your patients, communication, and having the appropriate organizational structure that supports teamwork. So they really stress teamwork. And that's it. Thank you so much.